When I say you can freeze pretty much everything, I mean pretty much everything. So in today's video, I'm going to show you 5 foods that you've probably never thought you could freeze, but more importantly, how to actually use them afterwards, because that's the bit most people get wrong. Now, there are so many foods that you can literally freeze, defrost, and eat in the exact same way before it was frozen. I mean, things like pancakes, hummus, muffins, brownies, but this isn't true for all foods. And some do need to be treated differently once they've been frozen. And they're the sort of ones we're talking about today. And once you get your head around that, it's a game changer. Now, that's actually why I put together my freezer guide, because food prices are only going one way. And if you can start making the most of what you've already got, it will make a huge difference. So I'll link that below if you want it. But for now, let's get into 5 foods you probably didn't realize you can freeze. First up is cucumber. I can tell you now though, don't defrost this and try and put it in a salad. It won't work. But frozen cucumber is perfect for adding to drinks straight from frozen. It adds flavor and it acts as an ice cube, which is a win-win. I mean, I'm talking cucumber water, cheeky gin and tonic, a Pimm's, for example, they all call for cucumber. So to freeze, just wash the outside of the cucumber, slice it, and then you can either stack the cucumber slices with a piece of baking paper between, or my preferred way, you can open freeze them on a baking tray for about an hour and then bag it up and you're done. Don't freeze tomatoes expecting to defrost them and use them in a salad, but you can freeze them and use them in cooking. I mean, I'm talking things like tomato soup, or thrown into a tray bake, or even into a bolognese, for example. They're really, really easy to freeze. Don't need any prep, just wash them, pop them onto a baking tray, line with baking paper, and after an hour, they'll be frozen solid individually, and you can pop them into a freezer bag to use straight from frozen in cooking. Let's talk eggs. Honestly, you would never know that these brownies I made a few months ago were made using eggs that had been previously frozen and defrosted. Now, official food safety advice is that eggs should only be used for a couple of days after their best before date. So if you have some sitting in the fridge, yep, they should be in the fridge, that are quickly going past this best before date, you can freeze them. Just make sure that you never freeze an egg in its shell. It will crack, and trust me, that'll be a nightmare to clean up. So instead, all you need to do is crack them into a bowl and then beat them so you're combining the yolk and the white together. Now at this point, you should then add half a teaspoon of sugar per egg, as this will help prevent the yolk from becoming thick and jelly-like when it's defrosted. If you want to use your eggs in savory dishes, then you can swap this sugar for 1 teaspoon of salt per egg. Just don't forget to label the bag with how many eggs you've put in and whether you've added salt or sugar. Then when you're ready to use them, defrost them at room temperature for an hour or overnight in the fridge, or just run it under cold water. And once they're fully defrosted, use your eggs within 24 hours, and don't refreeze them unless they've been cooked into something. There seems to be a common misconception that you can't freeze mushrooms, but honestly, I've been doing it for years. I actually think they're one of the easiest and most convenient foods to freeze. I mean, you literally wash them, slice them, open freeze them on a baking tray, and after an hour or 2, bag them up. And then they're ready to be used straight from frozen. And even in probably the last 6 weeks, I think I've gone through my stash of frozen mushrooms in a pie mix, in a lasagna, in a bolognese, in a steak and mushroom pasta. But the secret is use them from frozen. Now, I also did a video a while back about saving money on food and about not spending extra money on convenience, and one of the examples I gave was mushrooms. So for less money, I got nearly double the amount, and the amount of time I saved by not chopping it myself was 50 seconds. I'm not even exaggerating. So I sliced them up and popped them straight into the freezer, so I have the convenience without the cost. And last but definitely not least, spring onions. Now, whenever I buy spring onions, I never need to use a whole bunch. So it means that I always have some left over. But instead of letting them just sit in the fridge, I freeze whatever's left. So you just wash, slice as if you're gonna use them, and freeze them on a baking tray lined with baking paper. Then pop that tray in the freezer, and after an hour, they will be frozen solid, so you can then transfer them into a freezer bag. Now, just be aware that if you want to use them on top of foods the same as you would when they're fresh, they'll be a little bit softer. You can still use them, but they'll be a bit softer. So instead, use them straight into cooking. So you can add them into things like soups, stir fries, egg fried rice, or thrown into an omelette. And there we go. 5 foods you probably didn't realize you could freeze, and honestly, that's just the start. If you want a full breakdown of what you can freeze and exactly how to use it when it's too late to freeze it, all that good kind of stuff, my freezer guide is linked below. It's designed to help you waste less and make your food shop go further. But if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for lots more videos like this.